Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and this video is going to be what's in this package which I've just received this morning. I thought I'd just do something a bit different. So the item in this package is... So this has come from Amazon. It's called Samsara. So Samsara, if you can hear over the howling dogs over there, is the second movie of a series which started with Baraka. Now, weirdly enough, now this doesn't say anything about it being Arrow related, but this one does. Now I knew when I was watching some Arrow trailers of an old movie from Arrow, they did have this movie on. I thought, oh, I need to get that one, because I got this one from Pound in CEX, believe it or not. And if you don't know this movie, it's like a kind of, it's a bit of a reworking of Koi Anaskatsi, which is a thing where they just show bits of footage and they've shot it and there's music playing on the top. It's absolutely mesmerizing. That's Koi Anaskatsi. So Baraka is more like that. So Samsara is another one that's like that. I urge anybody who's a fan of these type of movies where you just show like things from around the world and you can see things to great music, and it's got the visuals on it are absolutely spectacular. This is probably one of the best looking Blu-rays you will ever see in your life. They're both films, I think. I know this one was shot in 8K, believe it or not, and this one probably was shot in 8K as well. So when I saw the trailer for this one, it was that good. And I thought I have to get this one, it reminds us on. And luckily when I went to look for it, it was only £13 as opposed to sometimes £50 or £60, which is nuts. Like I say, this one looks sensational. But I'll tell you what I think in a minute. So I've just checked this out on my 4K player, and this may sound like clickbait, but I think this is probably the best ever looking Blu-ray I've ever seen. Now it says on here it was photographed in 70mm in 25 countries. Now, I just looked at it and I thought this. Now Baraka says the same thing on the back of it. I've got to say the Baraka itself is absolutely beautiful, but it hasn't got a patch on this. This one here, you can see it's kind of like a Blu-ray at times, although it does look 4K on some certain scenes. And some of the way it's photographed is just breathtaking. But this one here, the colours on it, the sharpness on it are just next level. If I put this on and said, oh, I'm going to showcase like the best of a 4K I've got, someone would definitely believe this was a 4K and would believe it was a stunning 4K as well. I couldn't imagine if this thing was ever put onto 4K. Now, the weird thing about these two movies, this one's a PG and this one's a 12. Now this has got scenes of factory farming scenes, right? And this one has as well. This one has got like battery hens, wow. And this one looked like it had, when they were processing chickens. Now be aware that them things are in there. It's also said it contains dead bodies as well, believe it or not. Wow, this one doesn't actually, but so it's not just all like lights and great things. You will see some strange odd things as well. But that was at the start of the movie, where these three, I think they were kids, they were dancing. And I've never seen nothing like it. It was so sharp and the picture quality was mesmerising the way they were doing it, because I don't think they ever blinked once and on the screen for about 5 minutes. And this is from Arrow Films. It's not Arrow Academy or anything, it's just that one where you see the Arrow Films logo on there. And this was released, I'm going to say if I can see it, it was released in 2013 from Arrow. I was surprised to see it was an Arrow release, even though I did see it on an Arrow movie trailer. This one has been released by Second Sight, believe it or not. They are usually very hard to get. Sometimes they're very easy to get. But if you want to see something that's groundbreaking when it comes to picture quality, you have got to check this movie out. But if this was put in a true 4K, if they both were, especially this one, this would look the best ever 4K I've ever seen in my life. It's definitely the best of a Blu-ray. And it's coming close to topping some of the Blu-ray charts. If you were to get a 4K chart, if you get some 4Ks and put them on, this one would win over the 4Ks. It's just unbelievable. From the creators of the award-winning film Baraka comes a new non-verbal masterpiece, filmed over a 5-year period in 25 countries across 5 continents. Samsara transports us via stunning Panavision Super 70mm cinematography to the varied worlds of sacred grounds, disaster zones, industrial complexes and natural wonders, by dispensing with dialogue and descriptive text. Wow. Samsara subverts our expectations of a traditional documentary. It encourages our own interpretations inspired by breathtaking images that infuse the ancient with the modern, and sets against the mesmerizing musical score featuring the work of Lisa Garrett, Michael Steams, and and Marcelo Di Francisco. Wow, that was hard to read. Very, very small writing. If you want to pause that, you can see it. Yeah, so there's your thing for a 12. That's a little bit over the top. So be aware if you do that. It may be something you don't want the kids to see. This one as well. It doesn't say anything. It just says parental guidance. But yeah, there's some quite. It was quite shocking to see the battery hand thing on here. I urge you, if you can find them, especially if you can find them cheap like this one was just £1 from CEX. It's great when they don't know what they're selling you. I urge you to get this movie because I'm not lying by saying you will never see a Blu-ray looking as good as this. That's Samsara. So to couple up with the best looking Blu-ray in my collection, this is absolutely next level. If you want to be blown away by something that your Blu-ray player can put on, this is the one for you. And I can't see anything else topping this at all. I would love to see a Blu-ray that could top this one, but if anybody knows, has anyone seen this one and they know of one that's better than it, I would love to hear in the comments down below. So yes, so Samsara, for me, the best looking Blu-ray you will ever get by a long mile. So the other day I was in CX and I saw this movie and I thought, right, now this movie has got a slipcover on. You don't usually see it with slipcovers on. And also, the last time I saw it was £18, and I thought, well, I'm not really too keen on getting it for £18. But it was down to £12. So with the slipcovers, I thought, well, that's a no-brainer to get that one. I was originally alerted to this movie by my good friend John Clancy. So I'll leave a link to that video down below, and I urge you to check it out because John's the man when it comes to talking about these type of things. So anyway, I do it much better than I can. So the movie I bought for £12 on CEX is The 10 Commandments. Now, John said this is going to be one of his demo discs, and I thought, right, so as soon as I saw it, I'll get it. Every time I saw it for a lot, like 20 odd pounds, it's always not had a slipcover on, and I thought, oh well, fair enough, I'll probably never see it with a slipcover. And then I saw it, £18, and I was very tempted. I thought, it's a bit of a high ticket to pay for something that I might not even enjoy, although I have seen the movie before, and I do like these sort of epics, and I call it Ben-Hur, Cleopatra, 10 Commandments, great story ever told. I can watch them type of things. It's not, I don't really see them as a biblical movie. I do tend to see them more as a sort of really big budgets, like a huge blockbuster to do with like ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, that type of thing. I really like that sort of setup. So I got this, and Deborah says, what on earth have you got this for? And I says, well, I said, because, and I told her, she says, but would you even want to watch it? I said, well, of course I want to watch it because it's, it's very long, but I want to see how good it is. So she says, well, fair enough. But she says, don't ask me to watch it. And I says, well, I know I wouldn't. It's one of these ones I'll watch myself in two halves. So to put this movie on, Deborah was actually there as well. So when this movie got to the point where you saw the proper movie, I said, what do you think of that? So she begrudgingly had to say, that looks really nice. And I said, it looks more than really nice. I said, that looks stunning. Now, this is filmed in, I would imagine, 70mm. Obviously, that video down below, John will talk about that. And it's got, I've got to say, this could be, and I need to watch the whole film just to make sure, this could be a contender for the best looking 4K I've ever seen in my life. It's definitely it's in the top 5 immediately, but I think it could even be top 1 for me. Now, sometimes when you hear about things and you see them yourself, when someone said they're absolutely brilliant, and you work with them and you say, they're all right, they're really good, but it's not really what I would consider to be the best. So this has been talked about many times as a movie that just looks sensational on 4K. So I can add my penny into the mix to say, yes, this is really, really good. I can imagine that it's definitely, well, put it this way, it's a top 5, and I think it could be number 1. After I've watched it, I will give you my honest opinion to say, do I think this holds top place in the 4K stakes. Now, when I put it on, it's the colours, really, the colours and the sharpness. I've never seen a movie look so sharp. Now, this movie, I'm going to guess here, it's from the late 50s. And the picture, the actual quality of the picture and the smoothness of the face, and I'm going to say smoothness, the sharpness of the face is just, I can't believe what I was looking at. This is like a demo disc for every single reason. I don't know what the soundtrack is like on here because I didn't really hear much of the soundtrack. This is it's not a strange one because it was always on my radar to get, obviously as cheap as I can. I'm so glad to have it up with a slip cover. So if you're a fan of looking at spectacular stuff on your TV, then look no further than this. This Blu-ray is just next level. Like honestly, if I put this a little 4K, put a 4K box on this and put it and give it to somebody, they would not bat an eyelid that this was a Blu-ray. In this one here, it just shows you these old movies that hold that much information and negative that they can just like come to life in a way that maybe modern day movies can't. And I think it's probably the way it was shot, Panavision, all that type of thing. Like I say, John will explain it all in his. If you want to know everything about this, why this movie looks so good, go and check that out down below. It's just unreal. These two are unreal, and I can't recommend them highly enough. And I do think that if you're in the mood for watching a great Blu-ray and 4K presentation, you'll be blown away by these two movies, and try and get them as cheap as I did, which is better than breaking the bank, especially with this one. So thanks for watching, you take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.
It's good.